How's it going, everybody? Jody in here, and today we are in No Man's Sky. We are starting a brand new solo game. Well, solo multiplayer, as in, there are other players in the universe. However, it is about as solo as you can get. Um, Now, I do realize that I had a solo game going. However, I went back and looked at the dates on it, and it has been 2024 was when um, that video was made, or the last video was made. It was at the end of 2024. And I got to thinking, I was like, should I continue the solo game, or the solo video series? Uh, and then I started thinking about everything that happened in 2025. And I was like, I have gone through a lot of life events. I have gone through a lot of expeditions in No Man's Sky. We have had Corvettes added to the game. We have had relics added to the game. We have had derelicts added to the game. There's been so many changes to the game over the past year that I feel continuing a 2024 game would actually set us back so far that we might as well start over. So, yeah. Um, so basically that's where I'm at. I am basically at the point of, you know what, we should start over because there's been so many changes to the game in the past year, and I have gained so much in the past year through expeditions and whatnot that I'm gonna be basically walking into a game that is out of date, if I were to continue that. So we're starting a new game, and um, that's basically it. We're here with a brand new game, and this time we're going to make it to the center. I know I said that last time, but this time we're going to make it to the center because we're not going to get sidetracked. Um, Now, there is an expedition that is going to be coming up, which I have not done. That is Expedition Titan. It'll be starting in a couple of days. I may do a video series on Titan, so I will have my own playlist for that. As well, I just finished the Beachhead expedition, which was offered this year, and so these videos are going to kind of overlap. But what you should be paying attention to is not when the videos are released, but pay attention to the playlists, because that's how I organize videos. It doesn't matter when the videos are released online, because some videos are easier to process than others, and some videos I have to go back and make adjustments to or edits to before I can upload them, which means the videos that are after that aren't going to get uploaded before that one, so because it's a series, right? I'm not going to upload video 7 before I upload video 5. I need to get video 5 edited and fixed, and then I can upload 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. So that's just the way it goes behind the scenes as a curator. You'll sometimes record 5 or 6 videos at a time, but maybe you only have time to edit one. So then you upload it, and then you have, set aside maybe 30 minutes to edit another one, and then upload it, and then so it works like that. And some videos need no editing. So if this video needs no editing, I might upload it before I have the Beachhead ones done, which I recorded last week. So it's just, that's how it works. So whenever you see new videos show up, don't necessarily jump on it. Just look at where the video is placed. Is it in a playlist that you have already watched? Is it in, a playlist that is currently behind the times, or is it in a new playlist? You'll always be able to tell because I organize all my videos into playlists. So if you want to see a series from start to end, just like a TV show, go to the playlist and watch the playlist. Don't watch the videos as they show up on the channel. Watch the playlist in order, and that way you don't get confused. Anyway, moving on. So I think I got all my settings here. Multiplayer enabled, PvP no one, and can join my group is by invite only. So that's where we're good here. Can add base parts, friends only, groups and friends. Because I don't want people adding to my base. Alright. And I think we're good. I think everything else is good. Okay. So the first thing you want to do before you do anything is get into the options here and make sure everything's set up properly. Because the last thing you want is for some idiot to be joining you and screwing you up. Then the second thing is to get rid of this dumbass third-person camera. Okay, so we're gonna do all of our initial stuff. Oh, our scanner is broken. Why would it tell us to use our scanner if our scanner is broken? Because that's just how it is. We need ferrite dust to fix our scanner. And either our hazard has been falling while we were in the menu, which kind of sucks if it has. That would really suck if it has. Okay, so let's get our scanner repaired. Fix it up. Good to go. And our little waveform gun here. And we need to find sodium, which is Na. There is some sodium there. We have 100. And that one is 190. That one's 137, 193. So the closest one is over here. That guy right there. Now, there are a lot of tips and tricks to No Man's Sky that I don't know. So I just want to be out there about that. There's a lot of stuff I do know. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. I will be the first to admit that I don't know everything. So, if I am playing, and if it is still relevant, I would love it if people put, you know, little tips. Not necessarily game glitches. I don't want game glitches. But any tips, like, oh, did you know you can combine this and this to get this material that you were looking for? You know? Because there are materials out there that you can combine or you can refine to get other materials. And I don't know all of them. I know some of them, but I don't know all of them. So, if I'm really struggling looking for something, I realize it'll be probably after the fact by the time you message me. Like, we'll probably have already solved the problem. But it would still be nice to know. So in the event I end up, you know, in an area that, say I'm looking for ferrite, and I'm on a planet that has no ferrite, you know, none at all, but you see something in my inventory that you're like, oh, that can be processed into ferrite. Or, you know, how all the metals can be processed into chromatic metal. It's not just copper, you know, it's the emerald, whatever the fuck they call them, emerald something. I know them by their colors. There's red, green, yellow is copper. There's red, green, purple, and blue. But I know all of those will process down to chromatic metal. But nobody tells you this until you actually try it out. So anybody who's going into it will be like, oh, I gotta get copper, I need chromatic metal, I gotta get copper. Well, no, you don't. You just need to have one of those metals, and you can get chromatic metal. And there's also ways of getting those metals from other metals, you know, and not necessarily just metals, but you can process gases in the air. You can mix them with metals to get different things. I know all of this, but I don't specifically know what makes what, or at least not all the recipes to what makes what. I know some of them, just from running into it. So, in the event that you come across anything like that, like something that'll help me out in the future, something, you know, oh, did you know that you can do this and this? Then I would love to know. Go ahead and throw that in the comments section, is basically what I'm getting down to here. And I'm supposed to be going to a signal right now, but I'm kind of sidetracked by getting more sodium, because sodium's a thing. And I love collecting resources to begin with. You can never have too many resources. Especially this early stuff, you never have too much of it. Never. Dihydrogen, ferrite, you are going to use it non-stop. It's going to be constant. especially stuff that can be processed up, like ferrite. Holy crap. Ferrite processes up to pure ferrite, processes up to magnetic ferrite, and you will need that stuff. You will need that stuff as you go along. Where the hell am I going? I'm supposed to be going that way. I'm getting sidetracked already by talking. So, all of this stuff that I'm collecting is going to be useful, and we are going to use it. We're definitely going to use it. So I just collect as I go, because it's going to be needed. But I don't want to go too overboard. I will eventually have like a vehicle and stuff that I can process this stuff with, or get it better. So there's a good collection of sodium right over here, which I'm going to grab, and then we'll head towards the signal. I love these big ass plants. They're pretty cool. I don't have an analysis visor to scan them though. I'll get one eventually. That's another thing I like doing. I like scanning. I like getting units from scanning. Look at this cute little guy. I like scanning things. I like getting the units from scanning them. That is actually, if you can get the scanner upgrades, you can make a lot of money just from scanning shit. It's even better in a system that you are the sole proprietor of. If you get into systems where you are the only person that's ever been there, that is amazing for money making. All right, so let's grab this sodium-rich plant. There's another one over here. Actually a couple. Nice. We'll grab these guys. I thought there was one more, but maybe not. I don't see it. Anyway, okay, so we got to get way the hell up there. Which, maybe we'll be able to make use of this guy, this deuterium-rich plant, because deuterium is basically unlimited jetpack, but I don't think that's going to help us get up there. Ow, fucker. I saw it at the last minute. Now my jetpack surge just went away. Alright, well, hopefully we can get up this thing. Our jetpack is really, really limited right now. But maybe we can use these rocks as like stepping stools to get up. No. Let's recharge our mining beam a little bit. Alright, so let's see if we can go up to this one. This is a little, this is hazardous. This is very hazardous, because I don't think, I think if I fall from here, I will get some serious injury. So, we want to be careful. Oh shit. Oh! Stop spazzing on the keys! I hate when you get the keyboard spaz. It's like you land properly and then your body's just like, no, 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 keep going, ah! Okay, hopefully we can make this one. I don't know if we can. Come on. We can. My jetpack display kind of glitched there. I didn't have any jetpack display. Did you see that? There it is. Oh, yoo-hoo! I just made it. I just made it to the point where I wouldn't fall. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're up. We're up. Jump, Jiminy Christmas. That started us in a hole, didn't it? Good lord. That's down there. That is definitely a hole. Okay. Heading up. Heading up, heading up, heading up. Keep going up. Okay. Whew, we made it out of the hole. Alright. That's a big ass hole. Okay, let's reach the marked signal here. Boundary separation failure likely. So empty cause sentinel intervention. Deliberate transfer. Analysis. Fresh iteration generated. Anomaly containment prepared. Okay. Traveler anomaly detected. Anomaly is compliant. Position logged. System integrity scan initialized. Okay. So I am a compliant anomaly. Little do they know. Oh, this is another one. Rusted metal. You can turn that into ferrite by processing it. So there's plenty of stuff you can... oh, look, Facium. We might need that later. It is exactly what it sounds like. Facium is what you get from animals. And our Radiant Pillar, which we will be getting rid of as soon as we possibly frickin' can. Launch thrusters are offline. Pulse engine offline. Everything's offline. Alone in a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory how I got here. No sense of it before, but at least the ship seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I'm not dead yet, and the starship is a lifeline out to the stars. Let's connect our exosuit. Log unavailable. Substituting data. Exosuit connected. Suggested pilot should perform maintenance. Select the desired path. Let's repair the ship. Uh-huh. Pulse engine's busted. We're not going to exit because I know what to do here. We're going to make ourselves a metal plate, and we're going to repair the ship. At least this part. Whoop. Where are you? We're going to repair you. What pure ferrite and dihydrogen jelly. Okay. So we're just... I'm not going to follow the story, at least not as much as I have to. I'm just gonna... I need a metal plate for that. So we're gonna craft ourselves a metal plate. And we're gonna craft a dihydrogen jelly, because I saw a dihydrogen jelly was gonna be needed. We're gonna need some pure ferrite, so we're gonna make a portable refiner. Oh, we need oxygen. Damn it, where'd those plants go? Oh, there's some. Aren't you just convenient? There we go. Alright. Board the ship to conduct diagnosis. How about you suck it? What do I need? 50 pure ferrite? I think it said 50. We'll put a little bit of carbon in here. I'm going to put a lot in there. I think it said 50. Excuse me. Alright, let's... Starship, that's, was it 50? It was 50, okay. So we'll fix that up. Okay, then we'll pick this up. Alright. Now, we're going to need a hermetic seal, which it's going to have to lead us to, so that'll be... Alright. Yep. Pulse engine requires a hermetic seal. Find assistance. Hermetic seal nearby. Salvage a planetary chart from the distress beacon cache. Alright. So we're going to salvage a planetary chart. And this is actually pretty, this is pretty good because, out of all the tutorials, I think this game kind of tutorials you without really tutorialing you, if you get my drift. It's leading us through a tutorial, but at the same time, we're playing out the story. It's not like a, hey, you know, WASD is how you move. Like, if you haven't figured out that WASD is how you move by now, in this year, then you need your head examined. You need your head examined, because WASD has been the standard for freaking like 20, 30 years now. I go back and play games that it's not the standard, but those are some really damn old games. And I usually end up trying to set it to WASD anyways. But, because, I mean, that's how the standard came about. The standard came about because people were like, okay, this seems to be an easy set of keys to use, so we're going to set our games to that. And then, you know, it slowly caught on, and then the developers started going, hey, let's set this as a standard, and everybody's been using WASD for, you know, forever now. Oh, nice. Look at what we ran into right off the hop. Sweet. And an exosuit upgrade chart. Awesome. That's a nice find right off the start. Running into some I'm not gonna say, my brain wants to say rare, but it's not really rare. This stuff's not rare, it's just special. So ran into some special stuff right off the bat. Oh, there's a big chunk of sodium I would love to have. Okay, so here comes our storm. If you remember from basically every other No Man's Sky I've ever played. Oh, nice! Gamma Root's right here too. Holy shit. If you remember from basically every other game I've ever played. Oh, I need the hazmat gauntlets. Shit! Damn, that would have been a good plant to get started with. Oh, we're in some trouble now. Oh, shit. Give me oxygen. Good. Okay, so the storm's moving in. And we're in a slight bit of trouble because we got an actual big-ass hole between us and the target, which means we gotta go around it. So this is gonna actually be a longer trip than normal. Because we can't do a straight line. So, we're gonna grab sodium along the way to make sure we can refresh. This is basically the storm tutorial, because every planet, well, almost every planet, has storms. So this is basically the storm tutorial. What they don't tell you, though, during this tutorial, because you don't have a terrain tool yet, but what they don't tell you during the storm tutorial is if you actually had a terrain tool, you could regenerate your radiation protection, or whatever protection you have, or are using. If it's heat protection, you're on a hot planet, or if it's cold protection because you're on a cold planet, whatever it happens to be, you can actually recharge it by digging a small hole and hopping into it. Because underground, the hazard goes away. So we may be in the middle of a hazard storm here, but if I could dig a hole, like even a small hole, or if I could find a cave to sneak into, I wouldn't have to use sodium. I could just recharge via that. We're going to need launch fuel, so that's why I'm collecting dihydrogen along the way. How far out are we? 400. That's not bad. There's a jetpack boost there. Oh, look at that! We've got silver right here too. Damn it, we are in a good friggin' starting area. Only problem is we don't have the tools yet to make use of any of this. We don't have our terrain manipulator to dig out the silver or dig us a hole to hide from the storm. We don't have, you know, we don't have our scanner so we can view stuff. But you know what? Let's get over to this base so the storm will go away. This storm that we're in, by the way, is it's our solo storm. If there was another player standing beside us who was not, you know, in the start of this tutorial, they would not be experiencing the storm. This is a specific storm just for us. It doesn't exist for anybody else. So once we get here and get inside, the storm was going to subside because it's, you know, that's the way it's designed. That's what it's designed to do. Once we get our hermetic seal, which is probably in this other building. Once we get our hermetic seal, excuse me. Visor damaged. Can't find ship. Ah! Cover supplies. We have the hermetic seal. All right. So now the storm's going to subside. You'll see a message saying the storm's going away. If it hasn't already. Yeah, it's already gone away. So that was our own personal storm. Living slime. That's another thing that you can. That is. A lot of people will throw it away, myself included, until about last year or something like that. A lot of people will throw that slime away. You get it everywhere. I have their... What? Did I not already have the hermetic seal? Did it just give me a second one? It gave me a second one. Fucking right. I'm making out like a bandit. I'm making out like a freaking bandit here. 2 hermetic seals. I only need 1, but I'll take both. That is useful later too. Okay, so now it's going to want me to, unless I've completely broken it, I don't want to use the exosuit upgrade chart. Let's get back to the main log here. Repair the starship. Well, okay, which one? Critical maintenance, repair the pulse engine. That's the one I want. Oh wait, no, this is the one I want right now. The analysis visor. See, the problem is when you pick up carbon nanotubes. Wait, did I just need 1? Yeah. The problem is when you pick up something like this frickin' exosuit upgrade, its quest will override your actual main quest. It'll flip the quest to another quest, and that just gets annoying after a while. I wish the quests could be locked so that they don't automatically switch. So now I can scan, and I'll get some really piddly-ass rewards, like that one's 200. Another 200. So these rewards are just are really, really sad. But I mean, it's what you can get right now. If you get some visor upgrades, or you get some scanner upgrades, I should say. I shouldn't say visor upgrades because they're not. They're scanner upgrades. If you get some scanner upgrades, you can. I think the last game I played, which was the Breach Expedition, I was making 60,000 for every scan I did, or like 65,000 for every scan I did. It was crazy. Oh, that's not what I want. Listen, little Spike, go away. I can't mark my ship. Okay, well, whatever. I'm 1,000 away from it. That's fine. And we can't call them yet, eh? No, it doesn't let us call it yet. Because it's damaged. That's right. We gotta fix it before we can call it. I do believe there's some kind of glitch that you can get. You can actually call it early. But, I forget how to do that, and like I said, I'm not interested really in glitches in this run through. If we experience them, we experience them. This game is full of glitches and full of bugs, which is actually I think part of its charm. As interesting as that is to say, I actually think the glitches and all that are kind of part of the charm of this game. Oh, I thought this went through. There was a cave back there, and I didn't jump into the cave because I thought it went through here, but it does not. Anyway, we got some more containers here. We'll take. Did I get a double container? Holy shit! I got a double container. Look at this shit. I am making out like a freaking bandit on this game. Like, look at the Irish going on over here. Yes, I am Irish. I'm also Scottish, so deal with it. I'm Irish, Scottish. I got some Welsh in there. I got. I actually have. I have a lot of. I have a lot of Norse, which is Viking. But yeah, that whole area. That whole area. But I'm like a 5th or 6th generation Canadian, so. But we still follow our roots. I don't know how it is for the rest of the world. I really don't. Probably not quite the same. I know most Americans are American, and you know that's. They say, "What are you?" I'm American. You know, I'm American. God bless America. Da, da, da. They don't really acknowledge their roots. Now there are exceptions. I'm not going to say all Americans. I'm just going to say the majority of Americans that I've met. You know, they won't just come out and say, "Hey, I'm part, you know, Welsh, or I'm part Indian, or I'm part, well, Indian's one thing, but but they don't necessarily come out and make note of their ancestry in just general conversation. Whereas, you know, from my experience, I am very proudly Irish Scot. Very proudly have the whole Viking Norse background. You know, even though I am Canadian, and I love Canada, which is becoming a rarity. We're getting a lot of Americanized Canadians, and I say that with the greatest disdain. Not necessarily for America, but we have a lot of Canadians who are, you know, starting up with the anti-government and the, you know, let us have our guns and nonsense and all of that bullshit that we Canadians are not usually known for. The whole up here we call it the Texas mentality. Up here we call it the Texas mentality. Usually found in those coming from Alberta, but there are a lot of them here in Ontario as well, as of late. Not really a fan myself. I say, you know what? We're all in this together. We really are. I don't think picking teams as far as your friggin' government goes is necessarily the smart thing to do, which is what these folks will do. They'll pick their friggin' they'll pick their politicians like they pick their hockey teams, you know. Doesn't matter how bad they do, they'll still follow them, you know. Conservatives are absolutely destroying Alberta right now, putting all the blame on the Liberals, and they're all buying it. They're all buying it. Everybody in Alberta's buying it. Well, the fault's all on the Liberals in Ontario. Well, guess what? Ontario's run by Conservatives right now, too. The only thing the Liberals are running is the federal government, which half the shit these guys complain about has nothing to do with the federal government. It's like their brains aren't screwed on. They're complaining. They have valid complaints. Don't get me wrong, but they're not complaining to the right people. They're not complaining to those who are actually at fault. Like, you know, it's kind of like me saying, you know, I'm a fan of the Toronto Maple Leafs, but you know what? Oh, Toronto Maple Leafs had a bad season because you know, Miami knocked them out, or so. You know, you don't blame your team. You blame somebody else. Oh, well, that ref just screwed us in the playoffs. You know, you have to come around. You have to turn around and go, okay, it's our guys who screwed up. How do we fix that? You know. Not, oh, this ref screwed us, or oh, that, you know, that team's got more money than we do, or yada 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 yada. Load of BS. And that's the same way it's been going with politics lately. It's like, oh, the Liberals suck, the Liberals suck, the Liberals suck. Yeah, well, you know what? The Conservatives are running half the shit. So, if you're hating the government that bad, you might want to look at who you're actually supposed to be hating. NDP's over on the left field. They haven't been voted in ever. Well, I think they made it in once. And when they were in, or no, did they ever make it in? I don't know if they ever made it in. I do know they're the reason we have socialized healthcare, though. They're the reason why you can go to a friggin' doctor and not have to mortgage your house. That's thanks to the NDP, which has never ever been elected, as far as I know. Not into office, anyways. They always make the backroom deals to get stuff for us Canadians, which I find funny. I find funny that the only ones who have actually ever done anything positive for us, or that we take the most credit for having, which is our medical system, our health care. We take credit for that all the time, and you know what? The two main parties had fuck all to do with it. I find that hilarious. I find that absolutely hilarious. But anyway, moving on for politics. Let's get off the politics. That was just something to talk about while we were working our way back. So we have everything working. Let's get into the air, so we can interact with our people. I'm looking at the purple mark on the map here. It is in front of us up there. What's a freighter? Okay. Hi, freighter. Oh, you getting out of here? You taking off? Yep, you're gone. Freighter's gone. Alright. Let's get into space. Look at that! I discovered this system. Nobody else has been here. I love that. This flight controls and thrust. Yeah, okay. W seems to work. Okay, test the boost. We got boost. Yeah, we got boost. Pulse engine. Huzzah! Yeah, we got pulse engine. Are we good? We're good. Orbital flight achieved. Alright. Incoming message. Please identify yourself. Let's identify ourselves. You're not alone. Follow the bleh. Input coordinate data. Coordinates received. Swing around. For some reason we have a building. We have a settlement. Wait, we have a settlement already? How did I get a settlement already? That's just ridiculous. Poisonous planet. Although this system is horrible, we have a poisonous planet. This one here is a decaying nuclear planet. Let me guess, the other one's gonna be like a dead planet or some shit. Where is it? Where'd it go? There was another planet here. Where'd it go? There it is. Let me guess, you're a dead planet. Oh, that's a moon. It's a desert. A desert. It's a desert. It's a dessert. Mmm, yummy. Oh, and we got a moon over there which is probably frozen. Are you frozen? Pretty close. You're a Hyborian, which is damn close to being frozen. So we'll head on over to this poisonous planet from our decaying nuclear planet. I can tell you right now, we're not going to end up staying in this system. I like planets that are a little more hospitable. I don't have to keep recharging my friggin' hazard protection. As long as I don't have to recharge my hazard protection, I am happy with that planet. They could have little storms here and there, that's fine. Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. But I very much... having to recharge your hazard protection is almost as bad as having to recharge your launch thruster. And there are so many people that complain about that. Mission destination reached. Land? No, we're not going to land. We're going to take a peek around here. Actually, why am I in this view? Because this is not the view I like. At least not in ships. Whoops. In ships I prefer this view. And I'm willing to bet this might be where we're going. Although maybe not. Probably not. I doubt this is where we're going. But, yeah. We're going to do a little bit of a sweep around the surface here. Actually, this is where I'm betting we're supposed to be going. Yep. Alright. Decipher the signal. Decoding. No fuel in, failed to reach station, hazard protection low. Underground. Deploy to base computer. Extract plans. Yeah, we ain't putting a base up here, so you can just forget about that. We will, however, install the train manipulator, because that is something we absolutely have to have. We need carbon nanotube. How many? Two? 2 nanotubes. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to move it. Move it over here. So we keep our scanners together. Keep our weapons together. Okay. Train manipulator. Digging up holes in the surface. 900, 800. I could have swore there was something like right friggin' here when I was coming over. Let's get some more ferrite via our rusted metal. Dihydrogen jelly. More jelly. More jelly. We like the jelly. Alright. Okay, where was that other structure? Stone, unknown building. I think that was it. Get me some oxygen. Actually, those plants, those Venus flytraps, they actually make a lot of sense. Let me show you why. Okay, if you look, there's an oxygen plant in the middle of it, right? But if you look at the bottom of it, there's little tiny oxygen plants all the way around the bottom. All the way around the base of it. So this is why when you harvest it, you get oxygen. Which I think that's a pretty cool addition. You can actually see with this plant why you get oxygen. Whereas a lot of the other plants, I'm not really sure why I get oxygen from them. That over there is a carbon node, which we will collect. And we have this structure here. These need an Atlas pass. And these are just clean it up. More rusted metal. Korvax casing, nice. That'll help me later on make friends with Korvax. What do we have in this structure? Usually there's a couple of knowledge stones at least. There's one. And we are in a Korvax system. Okay. knowledge paves the way. The Atlas, smoke and fragments. Atlas interfaces are the shadows. The monoliths are their sacred children. Together they convey the wisdom of the infinite. They must be understood. Help with language. Knowledge of the Korvax increases. Excellent. Usually there's a few of the stones around here. Normally 3, but in some cases there's only 2, so... I'm betting this one's the one that's going to be... I'm betting there's only 2 here. Because they don't usually put knowledge stones up on these upper levels. No. And I doubt we'll have a knowledge stones up here. Oh. And a no. Okay. So this one has 2 knowledge stones, which is fine. Some of them will have 3 knowledge stones plus the core. Ah, what do we have here? That is not what I wanted to do. It's cobalt. Nice. We will take cobalt. It's not a very big, not a very big one. Ow, fucker. Out of here. Both of you. Not a very big cobalt resource, but... we got it nonetheless. Let's see if there's a copper between... no, that's too far away. That's thousands. That's 639. And there's a buried tech module, 285 that way, so let's do that one first. You notice you don't get anything when you take out the hazardous plants with the terrain manipulator. So, if you actually want the stuff, if you want the material, that's not the tool to use. But if you just want to get it the hell out of your way, then definitely blast it, because that's the fastest way to get rid of it. Oh, the buried tech module is actually at our ship. Cool. And we have a cave system. Buried tech module. Watch my hazard. See my hazard stabilizing? $860, $359. That's going to be the closest, I'll guarantee it. Let's head into the cave. Well, it might actually be in the cave. This is how you get your toxic levels to go back up. Go inside caves. You'll see how the toxic levels are going up. That's where you get your marrow bulbs from, or inside the cave, and there's usually cobalt. And we'll just dig our way through here. Toward the copper department. Who says you have to travel above ground? Let's get some carbon. Carbon's always useful, especially for recharging things. The hydrogens are launch fuel as well as, I believe, our warp fuel too. I think we make antimatter out of it. If maybe not. That recipe I'm not usually familiar with. I usually just buy the warp fuel. Oh, I did it again. I hate when I do that, because then that stupid grid sticks around. Alright. So I'll have to do the initial base bullshit, because the story kind of demands it of you. Unfortunately. So, we will do so. Oh, I gotta be up to chromatic metal. Would it say 30? I think it said 30. You always have to remember, you can refine up, but you can't refine down, so you don't necessarily want to make more than you need. Because there are actually things that will use copper. So we definitely don't want to go using up all of our copper. Yada yada yada, no claims, whatever. Claim it just for shits and giggles. We're most definitely not keeping this. We're just pushing the story along. Alright. That's going to have us construct a shelter, which, again, we are not going to be keeping. How much pure ferrite for the door? 10. 10 pure ferrite needed for the door. No, clicked on this. Where's my ferrite? There we go. That should check that off. Return to base computer, which is outside, that's fine. Yada yada yada. Salvage data, plan and extract plans. And that gives us our first research thing. So now it wants us to create the magnetized ferrite so we can get this construction research thing. So we need 20 magnetized ferrite and a carbon nanotube. Whoops. So we need another carbon nanotube and we need 20 magnetized ferrite. Which I think means we need 40 pure ferrite. Yeah. Alright, there we go. So now it has us make this thing, which again, just temporary. And then we need to spend some salvage data in this stupid construction research unit. So we're going to go in here, we're going to unlock the teleporter to start, and we're going to unlock the biofuel reactor, wiring, and the signal booster. So there we go. Now we're going to pack all this shit back up. So we're going to pick this up, pick this up, temp. So we renamed our base. Look at that, we're all fun. Now we will pick up the rest of our base here. And then we will take this away. Because we just needed to get through that initial bullshit before we take our ship back into space. Alright. So we're in a storm. I'm not going to waste my time walking to my ship. I'll just call it in. And we'll get the hell out of here. Ah, of course. No, I'm not doing that. Where's our starship launch fuel? I need a plate for the launch fuel. There we go. Okay. Let's go. Back to space. Get our mission back to what we're supposed to be at. Here. Alright, now that we're back in space, we're continuing on here. Investigate the space station, which is actually what it was going to have me do. It was going to have me build the teleporter and then travel to the space station. We're going to go this way, because this is not where we want our base. Hopefully on the space station, I think this is where we unlock the hyperdrive, or the warp drive, whatever you want to call it. Get us the hell out of the system and into one with hopefully a little bit better planets. Okay, so let's talk to some of our friends here and see if we can't find out some information. This conversation's over. Alright, we gotta find the one that we need to talk to. Here we go. We are watching you, traveler friend. Find what we have left you. It doesn't know what happened. I should leave. Perhaps my base computer would be able to make something out of this code. Alright, now we can talk to all these people. Let's give this guy the Corvax thing. We'll raise our standing with the Corvax a little bit. No, we've got nothing to talk to them about. Okay, what do we got? You say visited, but... No. Yeah, I can't do anything with these guys now that I've talked to them and got something out of them. These guys, I think I still can. Quest dialect help. Sure. Learn the Vakine word for Vakine. That's usually how it goes. That's usually how the first one goes. Quest help. Give me anything. Give me anything. At this point, I can use any symbol. Doesn't have to be any specific symbol. Just give me a symbol. All right. Quest dialect help. She give me a trade symbol. Trade! I've learned the trade word for trade. Quest dialect help. Sure, give me a friendship symbol. Why not? Let's learn all the languages we can learn. Yay! I've learned the Korvac's word for you. What the hell's you? Alright. Let's go back to our awaken. Reach the decoded coordinates. Gotta reach the decoded coordinates. I don't care. Don't care about the journey milestone. Thank you. Signal appears to be a set of coordinates on a distress frequency. Follow the signal to the distress frequency. Okay. Why am I not seeing any distress frequency here? So I have to run a scan. Nothing. Interesting. But it's because I picked up my base computer. I probably got to go put one down. Pick up some resources first. Okay, what do we got here? We got unknown planet. What do we got over there? Life incompatible. Well, aren't we just fucking having the best time? Let's head to the Hyborian. A couple of buildings are better than normal buildings. Wish there was a landing platform here, though. Or at least a landing zone. Not wasting my launch fuel. Wasting launch fuel. Okay. Ah, yes. There's some terrain to manipulate. Tech modules. We need a lot of them. We need a lot of them. Next one's over there, 213. I think we need at least 20 to unlock the vehicle. I think the first vehicle is 10 and the second vehicle is like 8 or 10, something like that. Oh, there's some friggin' ice. God damn it! I need the hazmat gauntlet. I want to make money, but I can't make money when the frickin'... I can't collect the friggin' shit. What are you? A worm or something? Come on, lock on. There we go. Once you get it started, you just gotta stay in the circle, but getting it started is a pain in the ass. Sound of snow under the feet is kind of cool. Okay. Ion battery. We're doing pretty freaking good for an opener. This is great. Not really running into much trouble. There's some goop. Goop is free nanites, man. We love free nanites. Even though it's not really a ridiculous amount of free nanites, it's still free nanites. Look at you, buddy. Deuterium for jetpack. More damaged machinery. Facium. We can actually grow that stuff if we can get enough of these buried tech modules. We can unlock plants too. What the hell is that? Jettison pod. Oh, look at that. Not that far away. Okay, we're gonna keep going because we do have landing fuel in our ship. So, oh, we got a hostile. We got a hostile. Listen, fucker. Get wrecked. Whoa! I got fired. You have been fired. Our inventory is full, unfortunately. So we can't take anything new. We can collect old, but we can't take anything new. So that's gonna be shitty. There's another hostile. Set up to the hill here and do a quick scan of the area. Out in front of me. Right there. I don't see any others. We're kind of breadcrumbing it now. We're breadcrumbing our tech modules. We're going from one to one. There's not really any other. So what we refer to as breadcrumbing, when you end up going from one to one to one to one. One leads you to the next one, leads you to the next one, leads you to the next one. There's not like 3 or 4 in an area, it's just one and one and one. I do not like breadcrumbing because at any point in time the breadcrumbs could run out. Have I scanned you? I have scanned you. For some reason you're showing up as green instead of red though. You got wings. You're cool. Fortunately, you gotta die. Something came over and shat on it. Yes, I can hear myself shivering. We're going to go down here and recharge our... Oh, it doesn't want to recharge. There's another buried tech module there. The temperature doesn't want to recharge. That's fine. I'll just dig and keep it from going down any further. I mean, I could bring it back up. Here, how's that? You happy now? I don't think that buried tech module was buried. That was a tiny bit. There's another one. 314. We're still breadcrumbing. Do 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 do. Journey milestone accomplished. You've walked so many steps. Feel like I got a Fitbit on. What's this guy? Frozen tubers. Those are a pew-pew? Oh no, those are a grab. But my inventory's full. What do I have in my inventory that I can do without? This dumbass thing for one. Let's use that, and it'll show me where an exosuit upgrade is. Which I don't really care about, because those are more pain in the ass than they're worth. Don't care. I get my upgrades on space stations. Space stations and bases. Don't need to waste my time going to one of those things just to give it a whole pile of resources that I probably don't have. Okay, do I have another breadcrumb? I do. Relic is worth anything. The vortex cubes. Alright, I'll take some vortex cubes. What are my... I'm at 20, okay. They only stack to 30, so... I'll have to call my ship soon and offload stuff into it. Of course, that'll all be solved once I get a Corvette. Then I'll be able to have my base storage right on my ship. Hallelujah, thank God they came up with Corvettes. Buddy, you don't want a piece of me. I will whoop your ass. I love how they go flying off. And I'm loving how all the tech modules I'm finding so far are like right by damaged machinery, because that gives me extra stuff too. Love it. Useful as hell. Salvage data. Alright, where's our next breadcrumb? We got another one here? Way the shit over there. Well, that's not that far, actually. 258. But we are still breadcrumbing it, because there's only one. Do not like breadcrumbs. Do not like breadcrumbs. I mean, I'll take them. I'll take them, but I'm not a fan. Because the breadcrumbs can run out at any minute. Like I said, I could collect this one, and that could be the last one I see. Whereas if you have 2 or 3, you collect one and look around, and then it's like, oh, I don't have anything here. You can go back, and you can collect. You go back, turn around, go back and collect the other ones. Oh, we got an ancient burial site here. Look at this. Jeez, I wish I had the... Well, you know what? I'm gonna make the inventory space because there's a lot of bones there, and you can sell those. So this little ancient burial ground we got going on here. The one that you don't want to collect, you don't want to collect the red one. You collect the red one, you're gonna summon all hell down on you. Don't collect that until you are sure you can handle it. I do not have a gun, so of any kind. I do not have a weapon, so I cannot handle that. I will get fucked up. I would love to be able to handle it, but reality is I will get fucked up. So, we're not going to do that. Let's transfer some of this stuff back to the ship. I don't know how much space our ship has. But we're about to find out. Oh, we got 2 slots left. Okay, let's salvage that on us. Our starship is damn near full. But that freed up our inventory, so yay. Let's collect up these fossils. These yellow ones won't make all hell break loose. We can sell them on the station. Make some decent, I think decent money. I'm not really sure how much they sell for on the station. But the fact we just got a bunch of them. Oh, there's a buried tech module there. The fact we just got a bunch of them is not a bad thing. You know what? I gotta collect the red one. And then I'm gonna run like a little bitch. Woo. No? Nothing? Are we safe? We appear to be safe? Don't necessarily want to take that for granted, but we appear to be safe. Right. Let's run over to this tech module. Ooh, there's some silver. So normally collecting that, all hell would break loose. But it quite possibly tried to spawn under my ship. And didn't have any luck with that. Oh, I can't make pellets. Damn. I was hoping I had the recipe to make pellets. I'm surprised I didn't have this one already. Because I've come past this way, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe over there. Oh, listen, fuckers. That guy went flying. Really? What makes you think the hazard protection is what I wanted to... Oh, because I'm out of carbon. Ha! Well, you know what to do now. You punch a plant. You thought so, huh? Listen to you little shit. Get uppity with me. Gather a bunch of the carbon here. Carbion. Okay, mana being recharged. Dioxide. We like dioxide, don't we? Of course we do. Who doesn't like dioxide? It's the stuff that helps us make our plant beds. So I'm pretty sure this is the stuff that helps make our plant beds. I remember using it. It was useful for something. I remember there was something and I was like, oh, I need dioxide. And I was like, oh, I got dioxide. Yay! Alright. So are we still breadcrumbing or are we done breadcrumbing? I'm feeling this is going to be the end of the breadcrumb trail. Yep. Sure is. We got lucky with the one more breadcrumb there, but then our luck ran out. I don't think you're unfriendly, but I'm going to make you think twice anyways. No building, huh? Oh, hi. How you doing? I've already scanned you. Get fucked. Bye-bye, a hostile creature. One of the whip plants. Yeah. You are also hostile. So we're gonna make short work of you. Then we got our crystals over here. Hi, crystals. Advanced laser required. Of course it is. Listen, you. Kind of want one of you just to see if you could fly. Our building is not a building. Dang. I was hopeful. splat that. Splat that landing. How the hell's my exosuit full? Oh dear God. Okay, well. Come hither, mine ship. We'll offload to the ship, and then we'll click this stuff and head into orbit. Oh, the ship is full. Oh, for crying out loud, get in the exosuit. Alright. Got a science vessel. Love those science vessels. They look so cool. Let me guess, we're out of field. Yep. Love the science vessels. They are so cool looking. I like the ring on the front. I like the wings, the up and down kind of foil wings. These things look so awesome. One of my favorite larger ships in No Man's Sky. And away she goes. See you later. Alright. Space station. I know it wants me to put down my base computer. Maybe I should have done that, but I don't have the base computer on me, so it would be a thing I would have to craft. So let's head back to the station here. And we will sell our bones. Sell the bones. And I think that's about all I can. Now we can sell that too. Oh, I gotta do my appearance yet. Hey, buddy. You want some bones? Would you like some bones? Oh, nice. You're just gonna hook me up, eh? 72,000 each. You can have that, and you can have this too. God damn. 670,000, just like that. They like it, the bones. All right, let's do up our appearance here. So I'm gonna be an anomaly because I have a lot of custom stuff for the anomaly. All right, body shape 5, head. Nope. Let's go with 36. I like the standardized helmet. And my favorite colors are the blue and white. Let's go with that, I think. And then the accent color. No, I like the kind of gold helmet. I like the kind of gold helmet glass. Okay, torso style. 4 is a nice one, but the shoulder pads you can never change, which kind of sucks. I wish the shoulder pad colors could be changed. Number 2, you can't change any of the black, which again, pretty shitty. So let's go with 3 maybe. Highlight patterns. We'll go with the white. Change blue there and blue there. Exactly know what that second blue was. The hell did it change blue? Oh, it's tinging. It's tinting the. It's tinting the black here. Yeah, they all have that. You know. That's good. Whoops. I hate how there's no don't exit. There's no actual don't exit. It's either would you like to save or would you not? Okay, so that's just the bottom of that. And that is that, and that is that. Okay. So let's go like this because I think that looks nicer. Armor. We're gonna go with the white with blue. No. Yeah, black is good there. White's good there. Markings. No. Oh, there you go. That's all right. Gloves. Okay. Who says I like orange? Not a fan. White. Blue. And blue. White and white. So the blue's on the inside, eh? Okay, so legs. Right. That is just so wrong. That's much better. Okay. Exact color white. Boots. Wow. Oh, God, no. Okay. That's fine. Backpack. Backpack I do want kind of that one. I love that one. That's my favorite backpack. Lightning. No. No. Sure. Actually, I like that one too. Okay, so that one, and then the markings. Markings. Where is the grid one? That one. I like that one. Then our banner. Our banner is going to be blue and gray with the Normandy expedition, which we just finished. And title. We've got lots of titles. So many titles. We can be the nuisance. Privateer. Deadeye. The Undying. Destroyer of Glass. The Legend. Or the Menace. I like the menace. Let's be the menace. We are Jody and the Menace. No. No. Let's see. Pure entity. Jody in interface. Flag bearer. Agent. No. Candidate. Mercenary. At the speaker. Divergent. Jody and the Generous. Let's see. Tycoon. Master Pilot. Good God, I've unlocked a lot of names. Over the past, what, 8 years? 7 years? You know what? Let's go with Jody and the Explorer. I like that. I like that. That kind of suits what I'm all about. I am first and foremost an explorer in this game. Slash builder. But we don't need to know about that. Reach the decoded coordinates. Reach the decoded coordinates. I don't have decoded coordinates. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Wait, journey milestone. Alright, exosuit upgrade off the stations. I think this one only costs 5. Doesn't tell me how much it costs. Do I get it for free? Huh. Alright, tech merchant, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? I got 300 nanites. Life support, movement, shield, radiation, movement, toxic, life support, underwater, thermal protection, thermal, underwater, shield. I could get a life support. And a movement. Let's go for the life support movement. Do I want the class C movement? Or maybe shield. Well, they're both class C's anyway, so let's get the movement. Alright, let's install you. And we're going to install you. What do we get out of that? We got 10% life support tanks, nice. 111% jetpack tanks with increased sprint distance and better sprint recovery time. Nice. And we have a fossil still that we didn't sell. Dude, we got a fossil for you that we didn't sell. There you go. Enjoy. Have it and enjoy. Yeah, let's take a look on our starship, ship we can sell. I don't really think there's anything on here that we would want to sell. Oh, the vortex cubes. And we can get rid of the nav data too. We don't really need the nav data. Let's see if you have anything of use. You have commercial. Those could help me. I do like the commercial charts. Those give us outposts. Those can be useful. Okay. Trade, we will sell our vortex cubes for almost nothing. We have to buy here. Wiring looms we're going to need. Let's buy 5 of them. Let's buy a couple microprocessors while we're at it. I think we're good. Wiring loom is like always needed. Always needed. Sure. Why not? Sells extra life support is never a bad thing. What do we have in our multi-tool that we can add? We can add the bolt caster, which we should have a weapon, chromatic metal, and carbon nanotubes, and a personal force field. I hate the personal force field. I'm not adding the personal force field. It can kiss my ass. So I need 100 chromatic metal and 3 carbon nanotubes for that. Let's I want the warp drive, but it's being a pain in the ass not giving me the warp drive. So, I think I gotta go to the planet surface. Let's check out the inhospitable. Wait, what's over here? Oh, that's the desert moon. Scanned you. What are you? Lifeless moon. You got cactus flesh, copper, pyrite, and silver. You have salvageable scrap. Which this early in the game could be extremely useful, especially on a small moon. So this is a lifeless moon, which hopefully means it's not cold. It looks cold, but I'm hoping it's not cold. Although it does look cold, it looks like it's snow covered. That is definitely snow. But we have an outpost. We're coming in directly on an outpost, which should have a landing zone. Because it has a building. Where's your landing zone? There you are. Hallelujah. We have a landing zone. Not gonna rotate? Okay. What did it say about low atmosphere planet? Plentiful resources are likely, but elevated strain on life support. Okay. That's a good trade-off. I'm up for that. Now our biggest problem that we're going to run into, especially when collecting parts, is going to be our lack of inventory. That's going to be our biggest problem. No chromatic metal. We didn't get any back? Well, that's bullshit. We got no chromatic metal back from... oh shit, this is an abandoned base. Which is good for us, because that's money. But it's bad for us in that I was hoping that there were people here. Oh, you fucker. Oh, it was just a light change. I thought I got hit by a roof guy. Where's the oh, there it is. Yeah. Used to these things being covered by shit. This one doesn't look like it's covered by anything. Oh, I love these games. 2738. 2738. 2738. So the next one should be 8273. And I discovered a location. Yay! Ugh. Single two of ruins. Off planet. Off planet. Is there anything upstairs? I wonder? Oh, you can't even go upstairs. Okay. They have a false roof. Alright, before we get to egg collecting... Oh. Hello. We love technology modules. Okay. Nights. Oh, this one's got a first aid kit as well. Got some nav data. What else we got? Actually, we didn't get nav data. Now let's install that, even though we don't have the materials for it at the moment. Rusted metal deposit, nice. There's a salvage container. Do we have any copper nearby? Rusted metal, sodium. Damaged machinery. We've got a lot of salvage containers nearby. Well, not necessarily nearby, but... sodium. Please tell me we got copper. 565. 840. We got no copper? Damn, we got no copper. No copper. Crap. And rusted metal, which is this stuff, only turns into ferrite. Ha ha ha. Media blade, huh? And a chewed cog. And a wing module. A little more than that to make a ship. Rusted metal, sodium. I mean, there's a lot of salvage containers, but there's no... Can't make a base computer without chromatic metal. Need those. I gotta go elsewhere for the friggin' chromatic metal. Of course. Launch fuel. We hate launch fuel. So annoying. Okay, that gives me another 3 launches because it's going to use up some right here. Another 3 launches. Alright, off to a planet that's got some freaking chromatic metal. Or, copper, I should say. You got chromatic, you got copper. Okay. Might as well head to the ancient ruin. This planet's got copper, so we'll be able to... 2 birds with 1 stone here. We'll get the ancient ruin, plus we'll get some copper to make the base computer again. Hopefully it'll give us our hyperdrive soon. So we can actually go find a suitable planet to build on. Because all the ones in this system suck. Not a fan of any of them. Where's the other ones? Where the hell are the other knowledge stones? Oh, there's one. Got a 3rd one here somewhere. Whoops, walked right off the edge. So that's 2. There's the main stone. Is there a 3rd one here somewhere? Usually... I'm getting screwed recently, because normally there's 3. I guess not in this case. Both the runes I've been to so far, I've only had 2. Yay! Okay. Now, find us some copper. Uranium. Nice. Buried tech modules, buried tech modules. We got a lot of buried tech modules. Definitely no breadcrumbs here. Where the hell's the copper? Silver. Silver. Come on, we've got to have copper here somewhere. Uranium. It said copper on this damn planet. Buried mineral formation? Alright. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what our buried mineral formation is. It's a glowing crystal. Awesome. Needs to be processed. You end up with... I got a granite. Okay. 124. That one is 205. That one is 152. It's nice getting all these buried tech modules. That'll definitely help when we get to the space stage, or the anomaly, eventually, if we ever get there. Ion battery, nice. And a microprocessor, nice. Oh, look at that. Enough nav data there to find a couple hundred civilizations. Nice! I got creature pellets. I just need to go back to the planet where I had the creatures that I wanted. How much nav data did I just get? Yeah, exosuit upgrade chart, don't care. How much nav data did I just get? 8. I think another 2 more and I can get a city, or town, whatever you want to call it. I think it costs 10 for that. And I know there's one in this system. There's a settlement in this system, but I really don't want a settlement in this system. I'd rather have one on a planet that I actually like, and go build a base nearby. But we're still looking for a damn... There's a copper deposit. I was gonna say, can I process uranium into chromatic metal? I don't think I can. I think it processes into something else. Once we get a copper here, we'll make another base computer. And we'll check the archives, as it says. Because it wants us to check our archives. I think that's where we get the hyperdrive from. Then we get the hell out of this system. Which, I mean, it's not a bad system. It's just I don't want to make my base here. It's got a lot of good resources. It's got some really nice locations to like grind the salvage parts. I'm just not ready for any of that stuff yet. I don't have the base to store my resources at. Right now, I'm really limited on storage space. All I have is the storage space on me and the storage space in my little ship. And that is not a lot of space. So I'm gonna do my best with the kind of lack of inventory that I currently have. A cave down there? There's a cave down there. Cut our way into a cave where there's another copper deposit. How about that? That's freaking awesome. Not a very big copper deposit, but hey, it's copper. I keep digging it up. It's like a sporadic copper deposit. See? You put it right there now. It looks like there's no copper, and then I dig up more copper. I'm just going to keep hammering on this deposit. I'm actually making out like a bandit here. Keep hammering on it until I'm sure there's no more copper left. Silicate powder's useful anyways, we'll need it for glass later. But honestly, say I think we've drilled all the copper out of that hole. Back up to the surface. Alright. So we got our copper now. That's not that far away. There's another one right there. There's another one right there. It's not too far away. Like I said, we're gonna need this stuff once we get to the space station, so... Or not the space station, the anomaly. I'd rather have it when we first visit the anomaly than not have it and have to go back to the anomaly like 30 times to buy shit. Since this stuff can be gathered pretty much right off the bat, it's really good to get it while you can. Plus, it's not going to make a difference to us if we leave the system, so... Might as well get it while we're here. Okay. Maybe over there. There should be one more on the way back. Oh, there's two ahead of me. 267, 235. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going. Because we are not breadcrumbing right now. We have multiple modules in the same direction. And that's worth it. Should be another about 100 away. There it is. Tech modules. That was a 4-banger. Nice. Alright. So, let us really quickly put our refiner down. And we will make some chromatic metal here. I forget how much I need. Like 20 or 30, something like that. Was it 30? Might have been 30. It was 30. Put down the base computer. Yeah. I actually put a beacon down. I did. Alright, let's talk to our base computer. Yada yada. Reach the decoded coordinates, which are where? Oh, over there. Alright. Reach the coordinates over there. I think this is where we get the hyperdrive. I think we get it from a... we not get it from a down ship or something. Down freighter, something like that. It's been a little while since I played the actual campaign. I've only really done expeditions recently. Yeah, there it is. This should have a landing zone. There it is. Alright. Whoa. Alright, so I think I'm going to pause here since we have just saved. We'll pause here at the 2-hour mark. And that's been a pretty good start. It's been pretty productive. We've got a lot of resources. Quite a bit that we actually need. Quite a bit of resources that we actually need. Oh yeah, I need chromatic metal for that too. Okay. Next time. We've got a couple of ship parts, which I'm probably going to end up selling. We got a decent amount of money to get us started here. And we got some unit upgrades. So far so good. We're doing alright. We're doing alright. Aside from, you know, the fact that our ship is full, and we are almost full as well. Other than those facts, we seem to be doing alright. That's a chew... What did that say? Oh, it's a chewed cog. I thought it said chewed dog. I was like, what the fuck? I was about to lose my shit. Anyway, so that's going to be it for this episode. Like I said, we'll continue on next time, where I'm guessing next time we're probably going to hopefully get out of this system, and we'll find a planet we can actually settle on, start a small base, maybe get to the anomaly. That would be nice. Offload some of these chips for. We definitely need a vehicle. First off, we got to get a vehicle, and then once we have a vehicle, we can start doing some real surveying and unlocking more, components and whatnot. We're really hoping the planet that we end up settling on has both salvageable, these guys here, the salvage data, as well as the salvageable components. Really hoping that's going to be the case, but I'm not going to hold my breath. So, we'll see. Till then, this is Jody, and I'm signing off, guys. See you later. Take care, and have a good one. Bye-bye now.